Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. I'm very much not at home right now. I was admitted to the hospital yesterday. I've been here for just shy of 24 hours. And the main reason that I'm here is I shared some of my recent convulsive syncope episodes and some new neurological symptoms with my neurologist, which included basically from like the tip of my head to my toes on my left side was like completely numb and tingly, and I had like a shooting pain like up through the left side of my cheek and like a bulging sensation behind my left eye. And my neurologist said, absolutely not. Let's go make sure nothing crazy is going on. So I'm just waiting to meet with the neurologist now, probably in the next couple of hours. And then I'll do an MRI, an EEG, and some other scans today. So crossing fingers that I can get out of here. Today was supposed to be my filming day. So we'll see how it goes. Might just be a vlog in the hospital. So
when your life is working, especially doing what you do, like basically running a practice, and then have worked so hard to get here. He had to meet my daughter's dad. He had to meet, he's like a best friend to me. And you know that we love you so much.
With me a lot. I've always wanted to be on a cooking show since I was young. To be actually a part of it just be great.
good morning, sweet friends. Welcome back. It is a couple of days later. I'm sorry to have left you hanging the other day. My goal was to vlog the entire day. I was expecting to be there at least 48 hours, but the events that unfolded that day actually allowed for me to come home a little bit earlier, which is kind of a wild story. So I ended up having a total of 3 convulsive syncope episodes, and the second one that occurred, I was able to hit the nurse button, and so my nurse came in and several others, and were able to witness the episode. And between episode 2 and episode 3, I spoke with the neurologist, and she ordered an EEG that arrived within just a couple of minutes. And during the EEG, she had me do some deep breathing, and during the deep breathing exercise is when the 3rd episode happened. And we've in 9 years, however long it's been, almost a decade, we have never caught one of these episodes. So we were really grateful for that, because it gave us the answer that we've been looking for all along, which is, am I having seizures, or is this, truly convulsive syncope from my hyperadrenergic POTS? So it turns out that this is convulsive syncope. I'm not having seizures, and so we didn't have to administer any seizure medication, which I was really grateful for. What was really interesting, though, is when I was speaking with the neurologist, she was like, dysautonomia and POTS is just, such an under-researched, just, not widely understood, by a lot of medical professionals. And that is because it has always sort of lived in 2 buckets, meaning, when she was studying to become a neurologist, dysautonomia lived with neurology, and then fast forward some years that it actually lived with cardiology, and now it's really mixed. When I 9 years ago in 2017, when I first got diagnosed with dysautonomia and vasovagal syncope, I actually saw a cardiologist all of these years until I met my autonomic neurologist. And so anyway, she was basically just like, I think it's best that you follow up with your autonomic neurologist, and since she's managing your POTS. So after I debriefed with the neurologist, and she was basically 100% sure that these are convulsive syncope episodes from POTS and not seizures, I said, does that mean I get to go home today? And she said, if you are feeling stable enough to do so, let's absolutely do that. My nurse, when he came in, he'd been the one that had been working with me primarily the entire time outside of overnight. And he was like, "You are a medical miracle. I've never seen somebody have, you know, 2 seizures or convulsive episodes or whatever, you know, and then a third, and then now you're getting discharged a couple of hours later." So the medical director that was on staff, you know, came in to make sure, you know, I truly was feeling better. The whole piece of this, right, is like I knew, you know, going into the hospital that this was probably going to be the outcome, in terms of just knowing that it was my dysautonomia and not anything more serious. I'm really grateful that my autonomic neurologist took this seriously and, you know, sent me in to get looked at. She just wanted to make sure that, you know, I didn't have a brain bleed or anything crazy wasn't happening. And so I'm just awaiting further instructions from her. I think we're probably going to go ahead and start the Corlinor, I think is what it's called, Ivanbride. I don't know. It's for hyperadrenergic POTS, just because my syncope episodes have been increasing and my quality of life has been decreasing. And so anyway, I'm just awaiting next treatment options, but I am home. I'm safe. I have not had another episode since that day. So it's been about 48 hours, which is great. And so I'm just trying to take it easy, hydrate, get some good nutrition in, because hospital food, you know, no diss, but like it's not even about the quality of the food, it's about the ingredients. Like there's corn syrup and things. Like, what are we doing, guys? We're taking care of the sickest people and feeding them the sickest ingredients. Anyway, that was a side tangent. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm home, I'm safe, and I'll keep you posted with what next steps are. I apologize for, you know, I wanted to do a completely different video this week, which I will do next week. So all good, health comes first. So make sure you are prioritizing your health. And I hope that your weekend is incredibly nourishing and relaxing and rejuvenating and everything that you need it to be. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.